Alright, so I bought a van. It's over there. I haven't even seen it yet. Alright, so I just got home from work. I bought a van last night from a conversation. I heard it had 500,000 Ks on it. Apparently it's got 710,000 Ks on it. So let's jump into this thing and have a look. Alright, so I got the lights on in the shed. This is the best lighting you're getting for now. But Hiace, 710,000 Ks, very cheap. Like dirt cheap. I paid for like the turbo and the diff, that's about it. So I've heard it's got no back door, no side door, sorry. So it's missing this side door. We've got no tail lights. We've got one tail light. We got 6 stud tyres. I mean, they're probably garbage, but sick hubcap. Got no headlight. Missing the bumper and the grille. Got one headlight here. This is the bonnet, I assume. Missing a intercooler, I reckon. I think Luke said we're missing an intercooler. Might be missing a radiator as well. I'm not too sure. I haven't worked on these things before. But she's pretty good. It's pretty straight. It's filthy, obviously, because of all the tape, and it's obviously been not loved for a while. Got all the back seats, or a bunch of the back seats. Missing a bit of stuff up the back there. Missing the down lights. So we got all the overhead aircon stuff. This passenger door's seen better days. It's a big dent in it. No door card. Smash window by the looks of it. And then we got some interior. So that's alright. Got a little bit going on. What's this? Got heater controls and aircon controls. Missing the head unit, which is a little bit annoying. Not that I probably would have used it anyway, but it's good resale. Got the shifter and the knob, so that's a good start. So I'll go around the driver's side and we'll see if we can get this inside bonnet thing open. Even the bonnet's got a bent dent in it. This door, pretty straight. Got a door card at least, no window switches. And another broken window by the looks of it. Got the inside. Pretty good. And this is the reason. I'll get this open and I'll show you the reason why I bought this thing. Alright, the reason I bought it. Diesel. So, it should be a 1KD. The tag's on the other side, but it does say 1KD. So that's pretty sweet. I'll go around the other side and have a look at that tag properly. But this is a running, driving, auto 1KD. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Alright, so let's see what this thing is. We got the KHD 223R, whatever that means. It's a 1KD FTV 3 litre, and it is also a 2007 Hiace commuter with an A340. That's what's in my crown. They've been running that box for like 20 years. So 1KD. I can't find the keys. They're supposed to be here somewhere. So I'll find the keys, and it's got a battery in it, and it actually drove to this spot. So I'll start it up and we'll see what it's like. And obviously I'm going to go through all of this again tomorrow when it's daylight and show you then. But I'm going to try and find the keys and start it up. Alright, so I got the keys. I did just hear, I called the guy that I got this from. It's Luke with the tow truck. So the intercooler pipe from the turbo to the front is missing. There's one in the front, so it probably stops where the floor is or something like that. And then that middle one is missing. So it's probably going to throw a code, and then we think the header tank's missing because it's actually got no coolant or anything in it as well. In saying that, I won't run it for very long, but let's get the dash on. 723,000 kilometers. Alright, so Luke put 20 bucks of petrol in it for me. Let's start it. That sounds very much like a diesel. It sounds pretty good actually. Not too grotty. That is clean as. Holy moly. That's super clean. Fresh oil, there's no gunk. I can see like polished metal in there. Wow, that's actually really good. Apparently these things are maintained really well because they are like a taxi basically. So to minimize on like the liability insurance and stuff, and like, you know, because you're transporting customers, you need to have a good vehicle. So these things are maintained really well by the sounds. So it actually looks really good. 720,000 is scary, but you know, whatever. I'm pretty wrapped. This is sick. Alright, I'm going to move it around the back and then I'll come and deal with it tomorrow. Alright, successful first drive. Reverse is really good, doesn't slop or anything. Seems really good. Here we are, let's have a go in the morning. Alright, it's the next day. It's supposed to absolutely bucket down today and be super windy. It looks pretty nice so far, but I'm not going to trust it. So I want to do a few things. I want to move the comma back a bit so I can clean this concrete and then move it all the way forward to the shed. Move these fuel tanks, move the trailer, and then move the Hiace onto the concrete and give it a bit of a pressure wash and take the seats out, put them in the box. And then I'll try and get onto the wagon as well today when Nathan gets here, and then play with his motor as well. So a lot on. Let's see how we go. Alright, so I got the comma moved back, got it on the little trolleys, and then got the trailer back in place. That will go to scrap eventually. So this thing I need to pull forwards, but it's really heavy. So I'll wait till Nathan gets here and con him to help me. There's a strap jammed in a lower control arm, so that's awesome. And I quickly gave this a clean up. It's not great, obviously there's still stuff. So I'm going to get the Hiace and put it on the concrete. Just give it a quick pressure wash, try and get some of the crap off. I'm not going to do a massive clean like the comma. I'm not going to put you guys through that, so I'll clean the Hiace real quick and then we'll have a better look at it. Alright, so it's been sitting here all night. Very much the same as last night. Give it a cold start and see how we go. Let's not get stuck in this mud. Sweet. Still seems just as good as it was yesterday. Alright, so this thing is pretty grotty. I ordered a pair of tail lights this morning because that's the whole back half of the van done. And then the front I ordered a bumper, which was just 50 bucks off Marketplace, and a header tank, which was like 65 bucks brand new off eBay. So I'm just going to start pressure washing this thing, see how far we can get. Alright, I've given this back and this side a quick spray, taking some of the tape off. Looks a whole lot more presentable. So the plan is now I'm going to jump in and rip out the seats, because there's not many bolts holding them in anyway. And then I can open the back and pull the carpet thing out, and then I can probably spray all the back out as well. So let's do that. Alright, so that took like 15-20 minutes. Got all the seats out, they were half bolted in anyway, so pretty much everything was loose. So now, taking this back strip off, I need to get rid of that stuff up there, and then I'm going to try and pull this like carpet flooring out, and then I'm going to pressure wash that, and pressure wash all this grime out of here, and all the bottom of the tailgate. And then I'll jump into the front. Alright, so I got the floor out, everything, all the trims and everything stripped back. I'm going to leave the sides for now, they don't need to come out. Be nice to reuse those as well. The floor's got like a wooden subfloor, I guess, to make it all nice and flat. Then it's got a piece of vinyl, which I imagine is like the tradie vinyl, and then a like nicer vinyl on top. So the middle vinyl is actually in really good condition, and the subfloor is actually pretty good as well. It got a little bit wet, but might come up good. So I'll put those in the box with the rest of the seats. So now I'm going to jump in here with a pressure washer and just blow all this stuff out the back. But what I'm really blowing out, you think it might be dust and dirt, but what it is it's memories of wine tours, is what I'm just getting rid of here. I don't want that in my van. Alright, the back's really clean. Got everything pressure washed out. Everything's pretty soaked, obviously. Got this bit at the back a lot cleaner. It's not clean yet, but it's better. So that'll do for now. This side has been pressure washed. And some of the door, I think I did the door. So next I'll go on the inside, but then after that I'm going to go pressure wash the front and pressure wash this side, and then I can park it up. Oh, one last hubcap in the bin. No one wants 3 hubcaps. Alright, let's jump inside. Alright, so this door came out okay, I guess. I've got this piece, I've got this piece. I need a window for this door. I've got the door card, but this is not great. The entire wiring for this door has been cut. So I need a full wiring loom for the passenger door, a window, and that should be it. Let's jump into the rest of it. Just before I go inside, I think everything at the back is all good. I've got the tail lights coming. I need this whole door, so I've got nothing. I've got no whatever goes back there, no slidey go. There's something unbolted here, which I think is just a bumper. There's a screw missing up here, which I don't know what that is, and I've got no door whatsoever. I've got the seal, and that's it. There's another thing missing there, which is a bumper. So I've got those, I reckon, but I don't have anything else. Alright, so I've got the glove box. There's some kind of wiring stuffing up here. So I know that's airbags, just because it's yellow, but I'm going to have to do something there. Fix that, get this airbag operational again. I'm missing the dash spear, I think they call them. So that whole piece across the front there. Front of the radio, which is not a huge issue. The shift knob, which is not a huge issue. And then I need to sort this guy out because I haven't looked at it yet. I found the steering column. There's a steering column cover and then also a piece of the steering wheel just there. I'll go around the other side and go through the center console, and we'll go over the other side. Alright, first thing I noticed on the driver's side is the switches, the window switches, they've been cut. So obviously you need those switches and that panel there and the bit of wiring. Not sure if there's a window in this door. It's a bit awkward to see. There is a window. Oh, that's wicked. I thought that was broken. Alright, so we've got a driver's window. That's wicked. Jumping into the inside, we've got the steering column. This is the piece I found for here, but that's out because someone's taken the airbag out. So I should probably keep that out. And then there's a few bits and pieces on the ground, so I'll clean all this up and then I'll reassess. Alright, coming around the driver's side, we're missing the indicator stalk, which is quite a strange one. There was nothing but Panadol, which I assume you would need with a bunch of woo girls on board. This was good, and I think I must have smashed it yesterday when I was moving stuff. So hopefully that can be resurrected. Other than that, I think it's just the dash spear really, and the turbo pipe to go to the front, and that's about it really. It's actually really complete. Looks bad, but there's not a lot missing. Alright, so most of that will go back together. I might need to glue it in instead of clip it in, but it's all pretty good. So I think that's it for the inside. Alright, around to the front. I'm missing a bumper, it's on its way. I'm missing a headlight and maybe a corner light or something. There's something missing there. Maybe that's where the intercooler goes, and maybe the pipes go over the top or something. And then we're missing a grill, which I have not looked at, but they're actually really expensive. Well, really expensive being like 200 bucks. The header tank, which goes sort of there-ish. I'm assuming that the intercooler stuff goes over there. So I need an intercooler, and I need the rest of the pipes. Then I need the pipe that goes to the turbo. And we're pretty much there, I think. I haven't got underneath this thing entirely. I've jacked it up a little bit so that the water drains a bit better. But the front, the trans-cooler lines were a bit like undone. So obviously they've probably taken those off to get the turbo/intercooler pipe out. So looks pretty good. I'm actually really happy with it. If you're from Campbelltown and you went on a wine tour, let me know. Oh, we also have one chrome door handle cover. Not a real chrome door handle, so that's interesting. Doesn't look like we got cruise control, but whether that's on the indicator stalk or not is a different question. What's this light for? I don't know. Probably the interior lights. Then what's in here? Nothing. Interesting. There's not much under it really. It's all pretty pretty honest, I think. Note for later self, the driver's seat is not bolted in and the passenger seat is covered in glass. We're missing an interior light, or all of the interior lights. There's 3 of them that are missing, and all the down lights, which is fine. It's not really a huge issue. But overall, pretty happy with it. I don't know why this happens to every car I have. I need a mirror. I've got the mirror and it's not broken, but I need the stalk. Alright, I've been doing some other stuff today, but got the van all cleaned, all stripped out. It's all starting to dry off pretty good. It's still pretty filthy up in here, but I don't really want to get on a ladder right now. I haven't cleaned the roof either. A little bit of water sitting in here, but it will dry out pretty good. I've parked it against the shed so that hopefully it stops the rain coming through that door. It does mean that the driver's window is going to get soaked, so I might have to try and rig up some wiring to get that thing up. These doors are quite hard to shut. And then I've pressure washed the other side. It's actually come up really good. Like I said, I haven't done the roof because I don't want to get on the ladder. It's come up really good. And I found another turbo hose in there. So I've got that one. I assume one comes from there into the intercooler and then up over there. But that's a matter of, I'm going to have to have a look into that a bit more. So I'm going to try and fiddle with this door window and try and get it up. Scratch that. I thought this door didn't have a door card, but this is the door with the door card. So I'm going to have to try and find these wires and rewire it. That's alright. So it's pretty much it for now. Left the airbag in there, but it is loose and I haven't really put anything back in. I'm going to have to pull it apart a bit more and try and clean all the floor out because it is really grotty, as expected. I've tried to order some parts and I've got a bit of a list going, so I'm going to order some more bits and we'll get back into it. So that's it for this week on the van. Next time you see it, I'll have all the parts and be putting stuff back together. But thank you very much for watching. See you next week.